Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to do a lower body mobility workout. It's going to be a little bit of pancake stretch focus. So we are going to start with hip control articular rotation as we usually do in class. So you can hold into anything. You can have the support of a chair or anything that you have at home. The important thing that the support leg is completely straight. We will be going to do 3 to 5 repetitions for each leg. So the legs stay straight. We're going to bring the leg across the midline of the body while we try to extend, rotate the hip. Knees up. Try to not reach back with your trunk. Reach out, intend, rotate the hip. Reach back, and then we are going to reverse. Reach back, out, extend, rotate, and go back in the starting position. Also, so we're going to do 3 to 5 reps on each side. Then we're going to go straight into straddle pulses. So we're going to go on the floor in the widest straddle position you can reach. If you feel uncomfortable in this position, you can just sit on a step or on a chair and go as wide as you can with your legs. Now, from here, we are going to do pulses. We're going to do a total amount of 100 pulses divided in sets of 20 on each side. So we're going to start on the right side, arms outside your right leg. We're going to do 20 pulses in which at each repetition, you're going to start to go lower and lower. We try to go lower and lower. Once you finish 20 repetitions, we're going to go to the opposite side and do the same. Once you've done 20 repetitions on the left side, you're going to go back to the right side and do another 20 repetitions. But this time, the arms are inside your right leg. Once you've done 20 repetitions on this side, you're going to go and do 20 repetitions with your arms inside your left leg. And then the last 20, they are going to be in the middle. Try to go as low as you can and try to reach the deepest position you can reach. Once you finish the 20 repetition, go back up, shake it off, and then we're going to go straight into pills and rails for pancake stretch. So we're going to go back in the middle. We're going to reach the deepest position we can reach. And from this position, we are going to do isometric contraction at the end range. So this means that making sure that the knees are completely locked, I'm going to create tension through my quads. I'm going to start to drive my heels down into the floor, gradually ramping up the intensity up to your safest, greatest effort. You're going to hold the isometric hold for 5 seconds. Once you finish the isometric contraction, you're going to try to do a rail contraction. This means that keeping the same tension, you imagine and you want to lift your leg up, but because you're at the end range, it's not going to happen. It's going to be another isometric contraction of 5 seconds, and you're going to repeat this for 5 repetitions. So 5 seconds pushing down, 5 seconds to try to lift your leg up while you are always at the end range. We're going to do 2 rounds, have a rest in between 60 to 90 seconds in between rounds, and then we're going to go straight into kinetic stretch always for pancake. So from here, this time we're going to start from the top position, making sure that you try to keep your back as flat as you can. Rather than drop down, you imagine that you want to actively pull your trunk towards the floor. So imagine that your legs are anchored to the floor. You're going to engage your hip flexors, all the muscles on top of your leg, to actively pull yourself in. Once you hit end range, you actively push yourself out. Active pull myself in. Try to keep your back completely straight. Reach the deepest position you can reach. Without resting, start to drive your leg down and push yourself out of the position. So try to do 5 to 10 repetitions in total. So it's a total volume. So there is no rounds. It's 1 round. If you need to take rest in between repetition, go ahead. But I wanted you to try to go on a 5 seconds while you pull in and 5 seconds to get out of the position. After you did kinetic stretch for pancake, if you feel comfortable in the position, you already have a quite decent pancake, what you can do, you can add a little bit of weight. The weight, you're going to hold the weight, it could be anything, a dumbbell or heavy object, a backpack filled with anything that you can put into it. And you add some weight, you're going to hold the weight just behind your neck, so on top of your traps, you're going to lower yourself in and down as we did before. We are going to finish with Jefferson curls and compressions. So to do Jefferson curls, you need a step or a chair. I got here a step, and you need a weight. That could be anything, a bag of water or anything that is quite heavy. Mike was okay. Now from here, you're gonna step on top of the box, arms straight, knees stays always completely locked. You're gonna start to roll and tuck your chin in and segmentally flex the spine all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, until you feel that you hit your end range, and then slowly go back up. Try to keep the weight always as close as possible to your legs. We're gonna alternate Jefferson curls. We're going to do 5 repetitions of Jefferson curls, alternating with 20 compressions. For the compressions, we're going to go back down, sitting position. I'm going to show you from the side. Now, knees are always completely locked. You kind of want to start with your hands on the same level of the knees. If you feel comfortable, the lower you go, the harder it's going to be. Make sure to not bend your knees while you do the compressions. So you're going to be with your fingertips on the floor, and then without rocking back with your trunk, you're going to try to lift off the leg up without bending your knees. You're going to do 20 repetitions. If you feel comfortable to go with your hands close to your ankle, go ahead. You don't need to be able to lift off that high from the floor, just in a position that is you're able to actually lift off a couple of centimeters off the floor. It challenges you enough. If during repetition you feel that you're getting fatigued, you're not able to lift off from the position that you started from, just scale back the exercise by bringing the arms closer to the knees or eventually closer to the hips. So we are going to do 3 rounds of 5 repetitions of Jefferson curls, alternating with 20 compressions. So it will be 5 Jefferson curls, 20 compression, have a rest of between 60 to 90 seconds, and again for another 2 times. And that's it for today.